Who is more offended by your latest player rankings between Tatum and Kyrie?
Oh, so that's interesting. And these are also two of your favorite guys.
Yeah.
You're a Celtics fan. You love Jason Tatum. We were watching the other night Kyrie's 60-point game, and you're just in awe. Now, we're going to, full disclosure, DeMonte and I were not like, oh, God, Nets Magic about to start. Clear the calendars. But once we saw Kyrie had 30 early in the second quarter, we're like, maybe we should turn that thing on. Before I even answer the question, sidebar, bad job by Steve Nash. Steve Nash, Kevin Wildes made this point on the TV show this morning. He's absolutely right. Steve Nash been running players into the ground, playing them 44, 45, 46 minutes his whole tenure coaching the Nets. Kyrie has a chance to score 70 or 80, and he takes him out early in the fourth because he gets 60. Bad job. But this is a response to, I said with my buddy Colin Cowherd that I thought Jason Tatum was the 18th best player in the sport. He's like, all right, list the 17 ahead of him. So I did, and I'm not going to do it now, but it's 9 guys everyone agrees with, and then there's some argument. Who would you rather have, Tatum or Donovan Mitchell, Tatum or John Morant, Tatum or Devin Booker, Tatum or Paul George? Like, it's in that gray area. But the reason I said that was because everyone's like, oh, Jason Tatum's top 10 guy. I'm like, no, he's not. He might be one day, but he's not yet a top 10 guy. And then we were looking at that list, DeMonte and I were, and you were like, hold on. So you have Tatum ranked too low, but you also have him ahead of Kyrie, which means I had Kyrie outside of the top 18, and then he goes and drops 60. So nobody can doubt Kyrie's talent. And I'll answer the question in a moment. But I think this would, if I said, let me ask you this, DeMonte. Do you think there's been any point in Kyrie's career, at any point, he's been a top 10 player?
I do.
Yes. And do you think most people agree with you?
Yes.
I think if I came on this show and I said Kyrie's never been a top 10 player, would people think of that as a hot take?
No.
Like a hot take, like I'm being outrageous.
Oh, yes. 100%.
They would think I'm being insane.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's interesting about that. You guys all mocked me for not having MVP votes, not having any awards vote. Every year at the end of the year, we vote, well, the people who have votes, not me, on who the top 10 players are. It's called first team and second team All-NBA. Would it surprise you to find out Kyrie Irving has once in his career been second team All-NBA, and that's it? No first teams, one second team. Would this surprise you? How many top 5 MVP finishes does Kyrie have? 0. How many top 10 MVP finishes does Kyrie have? 0. How many top 20 MVP finishes does Kyrie have? 0. Because he's never received a single MVP vote. I say all that to say this. Nobody doubts his talent. But if because of injury or absence or vaccination or whatever, if at the end of every single year you play, there's a vote on who's a top 10 guy, and you never make it, then I guess you're not a top 10 guy. So I say that to say this. Jason Tatum should probably be more offended. Jason Tatum should probably be like, hey, Nick, I'm better than Donovan Mitchell. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.